Okay, folks, got Chef Quick Hits here. It's on the phone, so I couldn't film the very first of this, but it's flour, baking powder, and baking soda right now. Need to add a little salt to this. What I'm making here is some biscuits. And normally I do a buttermilk biscuit, but I ain't got any buttermilk, so we'll use regular milk. Key with my biscuit, I like to put in some fresh butter, just cubed up. Small cubes. Okay, we're gonna turn this on low and low here. Try adding some milk to it. Now today,
it's easy InSane chef.
We need a little more milk, so we're gonna add a little more milk. Get the right consistency we're looking for. We're almost there, right there. So that's pretty good consistency if you're doing a drop biscuit. You can do a little dry if you want to do like a pressed biscuit. From this point, if you're making dinner, you could add some cheddar cheese to that and onion powder or whatever. Make like a Red Lobster style biscuit or some garlic, you know. You can do pretty much whatever you want. We're making breakfast biscuits and some cream gravy, so we're going to go with that right there. One of the cool things about biscuits is don't need no yeast for a biscuit. It's super simple. The reaction is the baking soda, baking powder, and the salt gives you a leaven in there. So what we're gonna do here is roll these out. I'm gonna put a little bit of, put some flour down, some tinfoil here. Put a little flour on top of here, and I flour my rolling pin so it doesn't all stick together. What we're going to do is roll this out flat, fold it over, roll it out flat, fold it over again, and cut them into biscuits. So there's the first roll. We're going to fold this over now and re-roll it again. So there's our fold over. So we have two pieces now. We're going to roll that out a little smooth. We're going to fold it one more time. That's going to be where our biscuit will split in the middle. And that's it. So there it is on the second roll. Now this will be our last roll and we'll start cutting biscuits. Fold that over. Now we're going to roll. And what it's going to do is going to allow that middle piece there to split. So we can have a split top, a split in half biscuit. Okay, so since it's morning time, your rocks glass should be empty. If it's full at this time of day, you got issues. Go ahead and hit a little bit of the flour here so it doesn't stick. That's going to be a cutter. Now, if you see in here, you can see the pieces of butter. It's kind of melted into there now. When that heats up, that's going to make a really nice, steamy puffing on your biscuit. So, go to the edge here. Give it a cut. There's biscuit number one. And so on down the line. Alright, so I got a baking sheet here. Put a little tinfoil down on there. We're going to put our biscuits on there now. Make sure you grease your pan or they will stick to the bottom. We're going to throw these off in the oven. See what they look like. You see there, you're going to have a split. They're going to split in the middle there when they cook. Okay, so into the oven those went. We're going to do a cleanup here quick. Get ready to make our gravy. Those go on about 10 to 12 minutes on 375 in the oven. Let's check them in 10. So for cream gravy, what you're gonna need is some fat. We're gonna make a roux. I'm using butter for my fat. You can use grease. You can use bacon fat. Works really good for cream gravy. Chicken fat, whatever you want. As long as you got fat and some flour to make a roux. We're gonna make a blonde roux, so it's not gonna be like a dark roux like you see in a gumbo or something. So mix that flour into this here butter. You want to cook it out a little bit so it don't taste like raw flour, but not too much because you don't want it to look dark like dark gravy. Okay, so with that I added some black pepper in there. I like to cook that black pepper into the roux because it really brings out that pepper flavor. Next thing we're going to do is add some milk to this. I need to stir this when you add the milk. Always keep stirring when you add the milk, otherwise you get clumps. At this point, add that milk. Once that milk starts heating up, it's going to get thick on us. You'll see the consistency. We'll add a little more milk or a little cream. I do have cream over here. I may add a little cream just to spruce it up a little bit more. Add some more fat to it because we need more fat in our life. So when you go to a restaurant, you typically get this. If you're going for a breakfast restaurant, you're going to get a gravy. It's going to have salt, pepper, flour, butter. Sometimes you get people to add the better than bouillon, the chicken base to it. That's pretty typical. I don't particularly care for that one myself, but it's pretty common practice. Or you get like Pioneer brand or something out of a mix that's using cornstarch to thicken it. And those ain't bad for mixes, but it's so easy to make gravy. Why you really need a mix? It tastes better when you make it homemade like this. Okay, so we add a little salt to this now. And once it starts to bubble here, it'll start thickening up on us. And that way we can see if we need to add more milk, cream to it, thin it back out. Now you can see once this has got here to the boiling point, you can see how thick it's getting pretty quickly from that roux. So if we need to, let's add a little more milk and thin it back down. Let's see when it gets all the way thick here. Once it's all got hot all the way through, we thin it out. So it's got thick all the way through, and I cut the fire off there, and it just came out perfect consistency. I don't need to add anything to it. It's exactly the right cream gravy consistency I was looking for. And if you don't know at the first shot, it's not a problem. Just let it get warm and add a little more milk to it. Oh yeah, them biscuits are looking delicious. And see how they got the slit right in the middle like I was saying there? Just break them open and pour your gravy over the top. Now what I like to do, because you have the flour on the outside and all, I'm going to brush them with a little bit of butter. Here he is, folks. Look at that. We buttered the tops of them. Them looking delicious. Let's go ahead and try one out. There's the insides there. It just cracks right in half perfectly. That fold. You can see there with some of the pieces of the butter was in there cooking. It makes it nice and moist and juicy. It makes it steam good when it's cooking. And what would Dirty Harry say? This makes my day. So let's give this a taste here, and I'm not about to try to do this on camera. I'll have this shit all over the floor. Nothing like homemade. You ain't getting that in no store. I guarantee. Oh yeah, and the other day I was doing a Vegemite video. I was curious if you could use the yeast from the Vegemite to make bread, because I can't find yeast anywhere. And the answer is so there's your answer. It's a brewer's yeast, and it cannot be used as active yeast. Well, thanks for joining me, and we will see you next time.